It's like, see, a lot of people have a misunderstanding of the word ninja sometimes because it's kind of because of Hollywood. You know what I mean? And this image that we got of this, this robed figure, man, you know, and this kind of veil like thing, which basically comes from it's a monk's uniform. Basically, that it was common during the time, man, for monks to be around. So that was one possible disguise, and it also kind of shows you like there is an attachment to monks. And if you know anything about monks, you know what I'm saying of the well, I mean, at least what from what I've gleaned from what's available, it seems like these guys kind of they got like ancient books. Like a lot of people don't know this that Noah has a book of medicine. You know what I'm saying? But we don't have it now. Where is this book of medicine? But you can see it like this in cultures like the Chinese, man, with their holistic methods of healing. It's like that's a connection probably to the Book of Noah or the Noah's Book of Healing, or even like the Native American terminology called medicine, which basically they said that they would watch the animals. Like if animals don't eat that plant, you shouldn't eat that plant probably because it's probably poisonous. There's probably a reason for it. But a lot of poisons have medicinal purposes. You know what I mean? So a lot of this stuff comes from the same kind of school of thought here, dude. You know what I'm saying? It's a worldwide thing. There's a lot of witch doctors and stuff too, but there's also real techniques. Like in the Bible, I think there's a part where it talks about like he describes someone's situation like having a boil, and he says you have not mended it, and he said, "Why haven't you taken figs and made a paste and applied it to the boil?" You know what I'm saying? So basically, it describes a form of holistic medicine. You know what I'm saying? Like even there's parts of the Bible where it says even alcohol, strong drink, really isn't for people to have fun. It's for those that are dying. You know what I'm saying? Or those that are in. It is kind of like a medicine, just kind of to temporarily get people out of their worry, their fear, their pain. You know what I'm saying? But in those circumstances, it's okay. But look, you know, everything, you know how medicine works. You know, there's a lot of like things that can be abused. There's a lot of drugs. But anyway, back to this whole ninja. The word ninja. I mean, ninja is. It's not only is it like a noun or a word that describes a title, but it's also just it's like an adjective. It describes. It doesn't describe one thing in particular. It's like a many things. There's a whole spectrum of things that means. You know what I'm saying? It's like basically, dude, listen to I practice ninjutsu. It's like no, I wasn't trained in ninjutsu. It's like I practice kung fu, but the way that I practice my kung fu makes it gives it an aspect that qualifies as ninja. You know what I'm saying? Because the word ninja, it could mean it could mean a thief. It could mean an assassin. It could mean a criminal, a thug. It could mean a pickpocket, uh, a magician. You know what I'm saying? It could also mean an actual real deal, legit like warrior dude who worked for like high official people that were like they. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's discrimination, man, in all things. There's like there'll be one section of it'll be sectarian haterade, basically. Like, all right, yeah, we're not affiliated with them, so we gonna hate. You know what I mean? Basically, uh, so it's like people don't really, you know, they don't take that into consideration. You know what I'm saying? Because they're probably kind of ignorant about the truth of that matter there. But it's like what it is with me, man. Is like it's like people start calling me ninja. It's not because I said, yeah, I'm a ninja. It was because I gave them a demonstration of my knife throwing skills. And this black dude, one time was in his garage, and I gave him a demonstration, and I was like, and I was like, I mean, I was really like showing off, man. I was really like, you know what I'm saying? I was really at the time I first learned how to do it, so I was really egotistical about it, man. Like I was really pumped up, man. I felt all like peacocky anyway. So I was kind of show off. And the dude, he goes, it was like this. He stopped watching me after a minute, and he was like, he was like, man, what was he saying, man? He was saying he would put money on me, man. But I think it was like, I can't remember what what sport it was he was saying, but he was like, he could tell. He goes, man, dude. He's like, when you started going like this and like this and like this and like this and like this, he was like, it just, it showed that, yay, look, I knew my stuff, man, like inside and out. And then that was a long time ago, man. That was years ago, man. That I rediscovered it because I mean I knew how to throw knives. You know what I'm saying? But once you learn kung fu, and then you start to dabble into the more ninja kind of shadow hand magician, point to the mountain, strike the grindstone understandings, like the art of war. I mean, a lot of the stuff is based. You trace it right back to the art of war, or like I was saying, the mimicry skill. You know what I'm saying? Or uh, it's like, all right, where I learned part of this from too is Musashi. Musashi wrote this Book of Five Rings, and it describes in it different schools of thought on swordsmanship. You know what I'm saying? And he not only did he describe his own, you know what I'm saying, because it was kind of unorthodox the way it was kind of like this dude seeing uh, that samurais were way too proper, man, and they were too traditional, and it was their weakness. And he kind of was an innovator. It wasn't like he didn't where a lot of samurais depended on their traditional skills to win. He kind of innovated a little bit, and he still used the same traditional skills, but he incorporated first off psychological, and then he diverged a little bit with the in usage. You know what I'm saying of weapon. See, he was talking about if you can, why not use two swords? He's like, look, you got two arms, two swords. Why not? You know, and he describes all the reasons why you should. You know what I'm saying? And then he also described how there's certain situations where it's not practical. So it's not for that. So basically he was saying by learning the hardest method of swordsmanship, the if you can wield two large swords in each hand, it's easy, to wield one. You know what I mean? Basically. So he's like, basically, if you learn the hard way first, everything kind of gets easier after that, and it gives you the strength to be able to do it well. You know what I'm saying? Which really, and he's like, I can't write about this in a book. He goes, it only comes from basically a person who's willing